It's getting real dark around Beyoncé, and the internet is losing its mind. Because guess what, y'all? One of her own ex-dancers just came forward and dropped bombs. We're talking spine-chilling, jaw-dropping tea. She didn't just spill, she poured the whole pot. And what she's claiming, woo, is sending shockwaves through the entire beehive. Allegedly, and yes, this is wild, Beyoncé has been involved in witchcraft rituals, and not just for vibes, honey. The ex-dancer claims that Beyoncé sacrificed her own twins in these rituals to gain more fame and money. Yes, her own children. The allegations of witchcraft aren't exactly new. People have been whispering about it for years, but now there's a new, horrifying twist. This dancer is saying that one of those rituals Beyoncé allegedly performed while she was still pregnant with Rumi and Sir went completely wrong. And the price she paid? According to the source, it's that her twins ended up with autism because of a failed occult sacrifice. Now, of course, no one knows exactly where this dancer is getting her information from, but baby, social media is eating it up. The story has taken over TikTok, YouTube, Reddit, and it's resurrected every creepy witchcraft accusation Beyoncé has ever been linked to. And let's not ignore the timing. All this blew up right when Beyoncé started bringing Rumi on stage during her Cowboy Carter tour. Suddenly, people were diagnosing Rumi from afar, picking apart every little thing she did, every movement, every smile. The speculation just got wilder. And then, out of nowhere, Kanye West, of all people, just had to pour gasoline on the fire. Instead of handling his own business, Kanye decided to target Beyoncé's children and mock their supposed condition. He crossed every imaginable line. In a now deleted tweet, he wrote, "Wait, has anyone ever seen Jay-Z and Beyoncé's younger kids? They're red." No, seriously, he actually said that. And then had the nerve to follow it up with, "This is why artificial insemination is such a blessing. Having ret children is a choice. The internet lost it, the Beehive lost it, everybody lost it." Instead of apologizing, Kanye just doubled down. He didn't feel bad. He didn't backtrack. He flat out said the only reason he deleted the tweet was because Twitter threatened to suspend him. His exact words were, "I need everyone to know that I took the post about Jay-Z and Beyoncé's family down and Jerry Lorenzo's family down because there was a possibility of my Twitter being canceled, not because I'm a good person. I took it down like Down syndrome." Yes, he really said that. He even added, "There will never be an apology to the Carter family until they help me with my children." Like, what is even happening? Then he went after them again, claiming the Carters and the Kardashians are basically the same, except the Kardashians are trafficking. And even though Beyoncé and Jay-Z haven't responded publicly, sources close to them are saying they are shocked, disgusted, and are absolutely considering their next steps, whether that means handling it privately or legally. But while most people were furious at Kanye for dragging kids into the mess, it also made folks look at Beyoncé a little sideways, like, what is really going on with those twins? Some online sleuths started suggesting that Rumi and Sir might not be as perfect as Blue Ivy, and the theories got darker. There's been a long-running conspiracy that Beyoncé was deep into African black magic while she was pregnant, and that somehow messed with her pregnancy. The one and only Storm Monroe, a tea-spilling blogger with a huge platform, claimed that Beyoncé is literally a high priestess in the world of witchcraft. According to Storm, she doesn't dabble in some random hocus pocus. No, she allegedly practices intense African witchcraft and pledges herself to a powerful demonic deity named Oshun. Y'all, this is the same Oshun that so many artists have referenced spiritually, but Storm is saying it's darker than that. He even said Madonna used to be the highest ranking witch in Hollywood, but Beyoncé surpassed her and is now the queen of the game. That's why, allegedly, the music industry protects her and showers her with awards. But here's the spine-chilling part. People believe that all those Grammys, all those sold-out stadiums came at a cost Beyoncé had to pay with her own children, Beyoncé specifically. And that's why Beyoncé has always been extra protective of them, much more so than Blue.
Beyoncé is a witch. She's a very powerful witch. She's heavy into African spirituality. She is a daughter of, I believe, either a daughter of Oshun or Yemaya. I go back and forth. I feel like it's Oshun though, but if I got it wrong, I got it wrong. But nonetheless, she's a high-ranking witch. Okay, how many people have come out and said, "Hey, I can't start dying. Beyonce did this to me. I saw Beyonce do that." Like this is nothing new. Okay, but you got to understand when it comes to Illuminati, to this industry, one person replaces the other. Madonna's old. Madonna is almost done. And Madonna is a very high ranking witch. She is a high priestess. That's just pretty much what it is. Of course, the main thing Madonna practices is Kabbalah, but then there's different versions of Kabbalah, just like there's different versions of African spirituality. But then I also believe that in addition to African spirituality, I do believe that Beyonce is into dark magic and black magic as well, her and Jay-Z. And we're just gonna leave it at that.
And once Storm Monroe dropped all that heat, folks started digging through Beyonce's past, and the receipts started piling up. Y'all remember when she introduced her alter ego, Sasha Fierce? That moment was when things started getting eerie. Beyonce herself admitted that she didn't just become Sasha Fierce, she felt possessed. She described raising her arms before a BET performance and feeling something enter her body. Her words, "It was the first time I felt something else coming to me. I knew that was going to be my coming out night." Then, in 2018, her own former drummer, who had been with her for years and seen it all, quit mid-tour and filed a restraining order. Why? Because she believed Beyonce was using extreme witchcraft behind the scenes. Allegedly, Beyonce was harassing her through supernatural means and sending people after her to make sure she didn't expose the truth.
Beyonce's ex-drummer of 7 years, she is seeking a restraining order against Beyonce. She's accusing her of dark magic, witchcraft, tapping into her phone bill, and basically controlling her finances. She's saying the Beyonce camp is put up a huge campaign against her, and it's overall witchcraft. She sought a restraining order in the past. It got denied, and she has another one scheduled for October 11th, but the internet is just like, what? Excuse me? And, you know, I was just at the Beyonce concert last week in Houston. It was definitely a religious experience.
When the girl Cats, a girl went to court and charged her with extreme witchcraft. She was hypnotized. She was drunk. Beyonce came and she was in there eating on her while she was asleep, snacking on his big people Cats. And guess what? They wouldn't give her the restraining order. They just told her to stay away from Beyonce and work for somebody else. Guess what? She's having a hard time finding work too, which is interesting because she's a brilliant musician. She was trained at the esteemed Berklee College of Music, handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington. Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band.
Fast forward to the present day, and the speculation around Beyonce's twins only grows. People are obsessed with analyzing their behavior, especially after one specific video went viral. It showed Beyonce talking sweetly to Rumi and Sir, asking them how their summer went. Now, most kids would get all chatty and excited, right? But instead, Rumi started swinging her head around uncontrollably and barely responded. Sir, he was just staring off into space like something else had his attention.
After summer this year. Did you have a good summer? Yeah? What'd you do?
It got so bad that Beyonce's own mother, Miss Tina, had to step in and say something, but instead of putting the rumors to rest, she may have just made them worse. Miss Tina said, "Sir is more low-key and loves to spend time counting numbers." Now, if you know anything about behavioral patterns, you know that many autistic children prefer solitude and repetitive activities like math. Tina added that Rumi is more creative and loves playing dress-up and doing fashion stuff.
She is amazing. She's an amazing artist, like painter and creator, and so I mean, how could they be anything else growing up in that environment? That's all we talk about is creativity and fashion and the whole thing.
What is Sir interested in?
Sir is very quiet and is very, very smart and does all of the number stuff. So he's not into the fashion stuff as much. But yeah.
Ever since the public started speculating, Beyonce suddenly started putting Rumi front and center during her shows. Like she's been bringing her on stage almost every night now. And what was meant to be a wholesome moment turned into even more fuel for the rumors. People online said Rumi was too excited, waving and smiling in a way that felt exaggerated. And for some, that confirmed their suspicions that her behavior was consistent with how many autistic kids react when overwhelmed with attention. Let's talk about the Beyoncé timeline for a second. 2008, Sasha Fierce arrives and Beyoncé goes full-on alter ego. 2012, Blue Ivy is born. People praise her parenting, no issues. 2017, Beyonce announces she's having twins and the internet loses it. Massive celebration. 2018, her drummer files for a restraining order. 2020, rumors begin circulating about Rumi and Sir's mysterious behavior. 2023, Kanye opens the floodgates with his controversial tweets. 20242025. The twins become the center of a bizarre storm of witchcraft, rituals, and autism speculation. Now, let's be clear, kids are off limits. They should be, but when parents are public figures and they put their kids on stage and those same kids are acting in a way that's visibly different from what people expect, the internet will talk. Especially when someone inside Beyoncé's own circle comes forward and says, yeah, there's something dark going on behind the scenes. It's not just about Beyoncé anymore. It's about the culture of silence in Hollywood. The rumors of sacrifices, the whispers of demonic exchanges, the conspiracy theories that never quite die. People are bringing up other celebs too, from Madonna to Doja Cat, claiming they've all traded something for power. But Beyoncé, she's now being painted as the queen of the occult, the one who allegedly rose to the top not through talent alone, but through spiritual pact. And in the middle of all of this chaos are two kids, Rumi and Sir. Some fans are even starting to call for Beyoncé to just be honest. One comment that went viral said, if Beyoncé just came out and said her kids are neurodivergent, nobody would hate her. But it's the secrecy that's making people suspicious. Others clap back hard, saying she doesn't know you anything. They're her children. Y'all want to diagnose these babies like y'all are experts. Leave them alone. And then there are the spiritualists. The TikTok witches and mystics are all over this story. Many are analyzing Beyoncé's lyrics, her visuals, and her energy. Some are saying her aura has shifted, that she's heavier spiritually, that the price she paid for fame is finally showing. One popular mystic said, I don't think Beyoncé is evil, but I do believe she opened doors she didn't fully understand. And now her children are paying the price. And that statement has been haunting people. Because let's be real, the idea that Beyoncé, the woman we watched rise from Destiny's Child to global icon, might have dabbled in something so dark that it damaged her own kids? That's the kind of story you can't just ignore. People are desperate to know the truth. Is Rumi autistic? Did Beyoncé really perform rituals while pregnant? Did something go wrong? Is she trying to course correct now by showing Rumi off in public to shape the narrative? There's even talk that Jay-Z might be distancing himself behind the scenes, that he wasn't on board with all the spiritual stuff, and that's why we don't see him as involved with the twins. But again, that's just another rumor in a sea of chaos. One thing is for sure though, the public is not letting go. Every new video, every onstage moment, every comment from Miss Tina is being dissected like a science experiment. And maybe, just maybe, it's time for the Carters to finally address it head on. Because as long as they stay silent, the world is going to keep guessing. And the guesses, they're getting darker by the day. So now it's your turn. What do you think is really going on? Do you believe the rumors about Beyoncé's rituals? Do you think Rumi and Sir are on the spectrum? Or is this just the internet doing what it does best, turning speculation into scandal? Let's talk about it. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And while you're here, you need to see this next explosive video because the mess just keeps coming.